Hey, you all get an award for being early. All right? Wonderful. Hey, but we're starting early just because I want to have enough time to kind of set the stage for what is up here. And so come on in. No worries. You're not late. You're early. We just want to have a little bit of extra time up here. On stage, I have with me Ivy Prince and Ryan Wolf. Ryan, I don't really know why you're up here.
What?
Why are you up here?
What? I don't know.
We'll get to that in a
I
second.
don't know.
How about?
I'm just helping.
He's just doing what he's told. That's right.
Just helping.
So I'm going to be talking to Ivy for a little bit. So just sit back, relax. She's actually going to be cooking for us. Isn't that fantastic? Right? So she's going to tell a little bit of her story and kind of cook. But I'm just kind of watch and pay attention. So Ivy, just tell us what you're doing. Actually, stop that. Tell us who you are and what your ministry organization is.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ivy Prince. I'm from South Carolina, and my program is called Cooking Capable. We focus on teaching those of all abilities how to make simple, affordable, nutritious, and my favorite part, delicious meals. I am here today to present one of our famous all-star recipes from our workshop. I'm 17 years old. This program started when I was 15 years old, and has now become a full family ministry, so I'm very excited to be able to share it with all of you today.
Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, so Ivy's just going to get cooking away. I'm going to be asking her some questions. Like I said, we'll get to Ryan Wolf in a second of why he's up here. And it's just, actually, we needed two more hands. That's why, Ryan.
I'm here for the chickpeas.
Absolutely, you are. Absolutely. I had a taste of what Ivy's about to do. It's absolutely delicious. So get to work, Ryan.
Okay.
All right. Open that can. All right, so Ivy, you said you're 17 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
You're 17 years old. Tell us, go back to whenever the Lord called you. Why you're 17, girlfriend. Like, what happened at that moment? What you said 15 years old is when you kind of got started?
I started at 15 years old. I always kind of knew throughout my entire life that ministry was what called me, but I wasn't entirely sure what ministry that would be.
Yeah.
Not until around 14 years old, we started a disability ministry in our church, and I started to be more active in that, and I got to have a leadership role in that, and I was like, this is my home, this is where I belong, and then I went to a cooking camp, and I found that was my other passion. Okay. I was like, I love to cook, this is so much fun, but this can be very overstimulating.
Okay.
And so I was thinking back to my ministry, our disability ministry at home, and I was like, how can I connect those two passions together? And it sparked Cooking Capable.
Cooking Capable, yeah. Are you listening to this? A 15-year-old at the time, Lord called her attention and said, this is overstimulating for some, but yet there's a connection here, and here we are. Right, okay. So, Ivy, tell me, who comes to your Cooking Capable workshops?
We get all ages from ages 3 years old up to 73 years old. We get all different abilities, different mobility needs that we need, different cognitive, and we always make sure that they feel welcomed and that they're met where they're at. Because that was something else that I've learned, having 3 siblings who are part of the special needs community, is different learning styles and the importance of being able to meet someone where they're at, to be able to learn such an essential life skill.
Yeah. So walk us through what a workshop looks like.
So for us, our workshops, depending on how large the group is, most of the time it's around 3 hours long. We start off with, our first thing that we talk about is we introduce ourselves because it's a big teamwork activity, so we all want to know each other. And then we talk over safety. Safety gets mentioned a lot throughout the workshop. We want to make sure we get our ground rules. We orient everyone with the space, where our first aid kit is, what we'll be making today. And I'll kind of ask them questions like, have you ever heard of chickpea blondies?
All right.
Are you excited to eat chickpea blondies? And most of the time it's a no, until they get to make it, until they put their hands in it and they're like, this is good. And now we want to try it because they got to be a part of it. And then we get started with cooking. We make a drink, an appetizer, an entree, and then a dessert, like our chickpea blondies.
All right. And
we include different physical fitness activities. That way they get a break. We always make sure we have a sensory room and space for them to just wiggle when they need to. At the end, we all come together, we eat, we fellowship, we talk about what did we like about our recipe, what did we not like about our recipe.
I like butterscotch chips.
You like butterscotch chips?
You like butterscotch chips? Yeah.
Can I put some of those in there?
Yes.
All right. All right. I'm skipping
Ryan, do you
this
cook?
for now. When I have to.
When you have to? What's your recipe go to?
Papa John's.
Papa John's. All right. We tell no lies at Disability in the Church. That's it. Cool. All right, so Ivy, tell me, this was very fascinating. I was talking to Ivy because most of us adults in disability mental health ministry, we plan something right, and then one thing doesn't go wrong because we didn't see it coming. We're like, oh man, we should have thought about that. But as you know, if you're in ministry, sometimes you're just learning as you go, right? Right? Okay, so Ivy learned something about these latex gloves. Ivy, when you were doing a workshop for the first time, what happened when you had to do a pivot with these?
We had someone who we always make sure we put any allergies in our registration, and it popped up and they had a latex allergy. I was like, okay, now I gotta go find some latex-free gloves. So we got the vinyl, we've got other plastic gloves in our first aid kit. And I remember we went to Walmart. Walmart didn't have any. Mm-hmm. We went to every store and we're like, we could not find it. So we ordered some, I think the night before, I was like, from Amazon, I was like, please get here fast, express shipping. I need some latex-free gloves. And now every workshop we make sure it's latex free.
So you found you adapted and you learned something, and now isn't that awesome? Awesome. Hey, for those of you just coming in, this is my friend Ivy Prince. Ivy, tell them who you are and go through your whole little spill that you are so good at.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ivy Prince. I'm from South Carolina, and I started the program Cooking Capable. Cooking Capable is a series of workshops designed to teach those of all abilities how to make simple, affordable, nutritious, and my favorite part, delicious meals. We also include physical fitness activities to talk about healthy habits, and we keep it family-oriented. That way we can support the entire family. I started the program at 15 years old, and it has grown, and now I'm 17 years old, getting ready to graduate high school.
Awesome. And this is Ryan Wolf from the Ability Ministry. We don't know why he's up here. So Ivy, we're getting close to time. I want to make sure that brothers and sisters here know, if you could tell them 3 things, what would those 3 things be?
So one of our big messages with Cooking Capable is that just because you're not excluded doesn't mean you're included. We've been to many places that say you're welcome, and then we get there and it doesn't really feel like we're welcome. It doesn't feel like we're included. It doesn't feel like we're a part of the team. So I want to make sure that in Cooking Capable, we try to make sure we actively include, and everyone's included in the process. No matter their abilities, no matter how comfortable they are in the kitchen, we find something for them to do and for them to have that social connection. Another thing is that I've learned that I think goes really well with ministry is kids don't like vegetables when they come in. A lot of the students, they don't like their vegetables.
Do your kids like vegetables?
What?
You don't like vegetables? Yeah. So you like chickpeas, though?
We'll find out.
Okay, all right, cool. Keep going, Ivy.
So a lot of our participants come in, they're like, we don't like vegetables. We have different recipes. We have a recipe where they cook beef with cabbage and amino acids and onions and peppers. And they go and we're like, we don't like cabbage. We don't like pepper. So when they get started, they have their hands in there and they're learning how to do it. At the end, they're like, then they're more accepting to try it. And I think that goes in with ministry when it comes to teaching and sharing the gospel. Have them be included in that. Have them be included in teaching and sharing. And the more that they're included, the more they are willing to accept it. Just like with the vegetables. At first, they're like, I don't want that. I don't want it when you're giving it to me. But if I get to make it, I'm going to enjoy it.
That's right. I'm gonna hit this.
Okay.
Hit that. Let's do that. I want to give some. Anybody
Y'all
want
ready
some?
for this?
They're amazing. All right. So we got a few minutes left, and Ryan Wolf is making a bunch of noise up here. But we're going to find out why he's up here. Does anybody else want to know why Ryan is up here? Yes? All right, thank you.
To eat?
To eat, yes, that is why Ryan's up here. Okay, front row, do you want any?
Right.
Somebody come get one. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Come get one. There you go.
And it smells good.
Absolutely. So, okay, one more time. What are the ingredients in this?
So this is our chickpea blondie recipe. It is very adaptable for any type of dietary accommodations that you need. The ones that we're serving today, the only dietary restrictions, it does have dairy in it and it is not vegan. But the ones that we made up here are vegan. We've got a 15-ounce can of chickpeas, a jar of sun butter. This is another thing. If you like peanut butter, you can do peanut butter. If you like Nutella, any type of nut or seed butters. As I'm allergic to peanut butter, I didn't feel like going to heaven today, so I used sun butter.
There you go. Okay, really quickly, we have 1 minute. Ryan Wolf, tell us why you're up here.
Why am I up here? So our story didn't start today. Our story started February 2022 I went to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to do a disability ministry training for Ecclesia Christian Church. And the Prince family was there, and that's when I first got to meet them. So a little over 3 years ago, we did the training. Their church has launched their ministry. Their ministry is doing amazing things. And little did I know that God was stirring something in Ivy's heart at that moment. And God was giving her a vision for this ministry. So this is like a full circle moment for us. And we don't always know what God will do with what we do, but as long as we're obedient.
So the ripple effect began, right? And now Ivy has a workshop with adults with disability and teaching them how to cook. I mean, it's just a ripple effect, sister. And we're great. Are you grateful for Ivy, Prince? Yeah. As we kind of wrap up, another thing is Ivy's parents are here, Jennifer and Rome. It's a whole family thing, right? Praise God, right? So, Ivy, I hate to cut it off, but we have enjoyed, all right, well, there you go.
Good.
You pour it in a pan and you go. How amazing. That's my kind of recipe, right? All right, awesome.